Hey y'all, it's Barrister Billy, and on this episode of Barrister Eats, I'm going to share with you a simple but delicious 3-ingredient grilled pork tenderloin. So let's gather some ingredients and get cooking. Alright guys, we've got our grill. It's been preheating about a medium-high heat. We're going to be cooking somewhere around 450 to 550 with this. Our 3 ingredients are going to be our pork tenderloin. Pork tenderloin is different from loin. It's much smaller. It has 3 sides. Some people don't like it because it's dried out. That means they overcooked it. So you don't want to overcook your pork tenderloin. The other ingredients that we're going to use are soy sauce and fresh cracked pepper. That's it. That's all we need. You'll get plenty of salt from the soy sauce. So what we're going to do is we're going to pour our soy sauce over the top of our pork tenderloin. We're going to crack some pepper on it. We're going to flip it over and do the same thing to the other side. We'll clean that. I know it doesn't seem like a lot of ingredients, but it's going to be packed full of flavor. Don't skimp on the fresh cracked black pepper. It's not going to overpower it. You're going to have to put a ton of black pepper on there for you to have put too much. So the next thing we're going to do is put it on our grill. We're going to put the side that we want down first. Our presentation side will go down. We're going to cook this for 7 to 9 minutes on each side, and that's going to vary with the weight and size of your pork tenderloin, but 7 to 9 minutes, we're looking for an internal temperature of about 140 degrees, and you're going to have some perfect, simple grilled pork tenderloin. That's it. 7 to 9 minutes. All right, we're going to serve our grilled pork tenderloin today with seasoned rice, which we will share with you at some other point in time, and cast iron skillet charred green beans that are going to be done on our grill as well. So these will take about 10 to 15 minutes, but we have our cast iron skillet and put it right on our grill. Our pork tenderloin is coming along nicely. It's almost time to flip it, but not quite. We're going to put some olive oil, just a little bit to coat the bottom of it, in our cast iron skillet. We have a bag of frozen green beans. Which I actually got open, so that's good. We're going to put these directly in the skillet. We're going to let them start cooking. And all we're going to season those with is this little mix right here. It has some salt, pepper, a little bit of garlic powder in it, not much at all. But when it starts cooking down, we'll put a little salt and pepper seasoning mix on there. In about the last 2 minutes of cooking, we're going to throw in some minced garlic. Mix it up real good. It's going to be delicious. Tips for you, particularly when you're cooking with cast iron, whether it is on the stove, in the oven, or on your grill. Make sure you have a pot holder or a towel handy, and that you don't grab the handle of that cast iron skillet. I have accidentally done that a couple of times, learned very quickly it was still hot. One of the things too, anytime you're grilling something, is you don't want to constantly open and close your grill, because every time you open it, you are going to be losing some heat. Now we are going to open our grill right now, even though I just told you not to constantly open and close it for losing heat. But our meat has been on there for a while. We have flipped it over. We're probably getting close to it being done, but I want to use my thermometer. Some of you may have a instant read meat thermometer. That's what I actually preferred, but I destroyed my last one because I left it outside in the storms came, the heat, so I'm using an old-fashioned one, but I'm going to check the internal temperature of our pork tenderloin. Again, we're looking at to be around 140 degrees. You can go a little bit above that as well and it'll still be tender, but you don't want to go below it because we don't want to get anybody sick. So we're going to test our internal temperature and see how much longer we need to leave it on our grill. All right, we're very close with that one. I'll test the other one in just a second. We're just below the 140, and I'm actually probably going to take it over to about 142, 43, just because I want to make sure it's done. But trust me, to still be tender and juicy on the inside. All right, it's been a few more minutes. I just tested the internal temperature of our pork tenderloin. Again, it's about where I want it, so we're going to pull that off. We're going to check our green beans real quick. They look to be coming along very nicely. Again, just a cast iron skillet, frozen green beans, some olive oil, put a little salt and pepper. The last 2 or 3 minutes, add a little bit of minced garlic to it. And you don't want to overcook that because it will burn. And actually, I am going to go ahead and cut my grill off and let that finish cooking in that way. So we have our grilled pork tenderloin. Look at those nice grill marks on there. It's going to be very pretty. One of the things that you'll want to do with this is let it rest for about 5 minutes before you cut into it. A lot of times people cut into their cooked meat too quick and then it dries out or juices run everywhere. If we let it sit and rest for about 5 minutes, those juices will redistribute and it will taste that much better. Another pro tip I want to give to you in just a second, we're going to come back and take our cast iron skillet off of the grill. Again, use a towel, use a cast iron skillet handle holder. They do make those, both leather and rubber. A pot holder will work, but I'm going to come back with a bigger cookie tray and I'm going to actually set the cast iron skillet on that so I'll be able to carry it in. But that's it for this episode of Barrister Eats. I hope you try some grilled pork tenderloin. Remember, very simple, 3 ingredients: pork tenderloin, soy sauce, black pepper. That's it. A grill takes you about 20 minutes. So in about 30 minutes, you are ready to eat. And don't forget, it's good stuff.